Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. It is game day, and it is such a massive game tonight. Lyon versus West Ham, all the way in France. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm nervous, but as long as West Ham give it a good go, and whatever the result tonight, we can be proud. Then I think every West Ham fan will be happy. I really do believe so. Obviously, no Zouma tonight, no Cresswell. Big problems in defence. And will Declan go back there? Will he go with Issa Diop? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is, though, I think West Ham have just got to go there and just go for it. Just all out attack for me. And we are going to concede tonight. There's no two ways about it. I think with Dawson, and if Rice goes back there, we might not. I think Declan is just absolutely first class. But you know what? If Declan Rice does go back there, I'll tell you something right now. I wouldn't be gutted by that because Deck hasn't been wonderful in the last few games. But I'll tell you what, at centre half, I think he could do a massive job for us tonight with Dawson. And if someone said to me right now, you're going to have Declan Rice, Dawson, and in front of them, you're going to have Souček and Lanzini, for instance, with like the front four of Fornals, Bowen, Ben Rama, Antonio. Give me that all day long. Give me that all day long. Also, Ben Johnson tonight. If he comes in and plays on the left hand side, he's got to be on it tonight. He really, really has, because obviously no Cresswell. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong. They're a very, very good side. I don't know what injuries they've got. I know they've had a few. I know Ndombele and the goalkeeper got injured over the weekend, and Anor, I think it is, got injured also. But I don't know. I just got a good vibe tonight. I don't know why. Whether it's just me being the supporter that I am and thinking, like, come on, like we're not out of this yet. We're still 1-0. I don't know. I just got a good feeling tonight. Same feeling I had against Seville in the home game. Like I fancied us in the home game to go there and do something. I think West Ham will have to play on the counter tonight. And if Ben Rama plays tonight, I want him to turn up. I want him to turn up tonight. It's a big game for him tonight if he starts. With Ramadan, he's been fasting, but tonight, with an hour in front, especially in France, he will be able to take on food. So I think it's something. I'm not sure what the tradition is or like the way it goes about, but if he can, I think it's after 8 o'clock. Now in France, when we kick off tonight, it'll be 9 o'clock over there. So yeah, it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be a mad game. And how do I feel it's gonna go? I think we're gonna be reserved at the start. I think we're gonna see what they do. And I think we're going to hit them on the break. That's what I think we're going to do. We're going to suck them in, and then we're going to release Antonio, Bowen. I think Benny starts tonight. I really, really do. I don't think he plays Fornals and Lanzini in the same team. I'll be quite shocked and disappointed, really, if he does that again tonight. Plays Lanzini and Fornals, especially now we've got no centre half. I think if you go with Issa Diop there, I think you're asking for it. If I'm honest, just chuck Declan there. Like, Declan's a top class. That is his natural position. And I think he'll do a great job there. I think Souček and Lanzini in midfield with the front four. Because we need to be on the front foot tonight. We can't be having ball too many technical players and no threat going forward. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if we do that, then we ain't going to score no goals. And Antonio, who's another one who I'll get onto shortly before I get to the comment there, he's got to turn up tonight. Like, we need him tonight. So it's going to be interesting. Jay Woods says, so nervous for this game, mate, but I believe in this team and pure grit and determination will get us through. They have got to have a reaction, Jay Woods, from Sunday, because they was dreadful Sunday. Like, anyone who watched my show on Sunday, my afterthought, me and Mitchell, we went in on them big time. I got criticised for over the top going in on them, but I'm sorry, but when we are a big club, and we are a big club at this precise moment, and we are massive, we've got to start acting like a big club. And for me, like West Ham on Sunday just didn't turn up. Now they need to do a reaction tonight, It's going to be tough though. Lyon are a good side. Obviously, they've got Boateng in defence. They've got some good players there. Like some of their players who didn't even get on the pitch like from the start, come on as sub and they just tear us a new one. A couple of them, but the difference is when we was up against 10 men, it made them look better and us look worse. Now we're going to be up against 11. It's going to be a big game. Do you know what I mean? I agree with this comment. I'll get to Vino's comment first. He says, need Benny for the second half and Yarmolenko for the last 30. I think Benny has to start, mate, if I'm honest. I think we need to be on the front foot in this game. I think if we try and contain and main like them and don't give no threat, then if they score first, then they're going to be up. I think we need to score first this game. If we get through tonight, we need to score first. I don't believe West Ham can concede and then go and score 2 or 3, right? And I'll be shocked. They haven't done it all season, really. Like they haven't really done this sort of like they did last season with the Lingard factor. So I just feel like if I was picking my team, if I get to Sam's comment tonight, obviously Areola in goal, right back, you've got to go with Cresswell, like because he's the more experienced right back. Left back picks it itself. It's got to be Ben Johnson if he's fit and firing. At centre half, you've got to have Dawson, and then the other centre half, I would go Declan. I wouldn't risk Diop because we all know the whole fan base will go mad if Dion makes a mistake tonight, and like it's not right. Do you know what I mean? Just go with Declan. Declan can come in here and do this job like just right for the biggest night in the club's modern day history. Get him in there. In midfield, I'd go Souček. Personally, I'd go Souček and Fornells in midfield myself, but I know it's going to be Souček and Lanzini. Then up top, the four-man attack or the 4-2 sort of 3 across the attack line and the one man up front. I would go Bowen, Benrahma, Fornells, and Antonio. That would be me. Like, and that's a good attacking threat. That's pace either flank. You've got creativity there in Fornells and work rate. And you got Mikel Antonio, who I will get to shortly, has got to turn up tonight. There's no two ways about it. What we got here, let's have a look. I'll go to Sam's comment. Sam says, Antonio needs to show up tonight. Long overdue. Totally agree, Sam. Listen, I don't like to keep going in on Mikel Antonio, but he has been here for the last 7 years, 8 years now. He's the record goal scorer in the Premier League for West Ham United Football Club. He has got to lead by example. And if that means he's got to run through brick walls and everything, he's got to do it tonight. We need him tonight to perform. And we don't need him to sort of lose his focus, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? So I totally agree. Antonio is overcomplicated things, putting too much pressure on himself. He is believing his own propaganda. I agree. I personally would tell Rice to cover the centre backs and not push far forward. The problem is that if you put Issa in there, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a mistake somewhere along the line. And with these lot, there is no second chances, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? I agree. Put Declan in defence. A bit crazy to play Rice, our best player, out of position, don't you think? Not at all, mate. At the end of the day, if he's our best player, he'll be our best defender, won't he? And by our best defender, he can lead from the line, lead the back, and we've got good players in midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? And it ain't our fault that we're putting him there. But who would you rather have, Issa Diop or Declan Rice? I know I'd rather have it at centre half. Listen, Declan's good, but I don't think it's going to be a game for defensive midfielders. I think it's going to be a game for attackers and wide men. And this is why I do believe you're going to have Souček. If it looked like it would have been ideal for Crowell and Souček in the middle, but he hasn't. So if it was me, I'd put like Fornells or Lanzini next to have someone with a bit of pace around Souček. You know what I'm saying? And then you can do it like that. Or you could go do something completely mad and put Issa Diop next to Souček as like a defensive midfielder. That's something, but that's just me like being crazy. So yeah. Hi James, how are you? I am good, mate. I'm good. Nervous. I'm looking forward to it tonight. But I don't know. I just got a good vibe tonight. I don't know. Something in me is just saying, you know what? I think they're going to do it tonight. I believe they're going to get through. I hope I'm right. Do you know what I mean? But they've got to start on the front foot. We've got to impose ourselves against Lyon. I think if we sit there and defend and maintain and like and sort of, let's be like this: if we can get to half time, the game is level, then I'll be happy because I think second half we'll come into our own. Uh, but one thing we cannot do in this game is go a goal behind because then we will have to come forward and it's just going to expose us. Then we've come back well after going 1-0 down, but they will probably start falling over if they go ahead and waste time. Totally agree, Hammersdad. Totally agree. Keep Rice in the middle, or we leave a big gap there. The problem is with Declan Rice in the middle is you're basically saying Issa Diop and Dawson. Now, Dawson is good. Issa isn't so good. Issa Diop hasn't played, obviously, like, I can't remember the last time he played other than the Brentford game. Before that, my mind is like, I can't really remember. Did he? I think it actually might have even been the Kidderminster game. Like, that's the last time he played, and he played terrible now. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Michael D. Antonio should be practicing his finishing, not his goal celebration. Absolutely bang on, Mike. Absolutely bang on. I've read it, like he's said about what he's going to do if he scores and he's going to do this wink and all that. How about us winning the game? Do you know what I mean? That's like, because Antonio can go and score a goal, give it all that, and we could lose 4-1. Do you know what I mean? So personally, Antonio for me should be second choice striker at West Ham, not first choice. And we need to go and buy a striker that is going to come straight into the team, like a man over at West London called Ivan Toney, who for me is next level. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is for me. Poor crowd bought to make up the numbers, literally. I totally agree. You know what I mean? I don't think Deck will go forward till second half, or we will go a goal down. Yeah, but I understand that. But with Deck, yeah, I want him in midfield. Don't get me wrong, but it's a toss of a coin: Issa Diop or Declan Rice. Now, you could go change system, go three at the back with wing backs, and then like flood the midfield and go a Bowen and Antonio up front. You could do it that way, but I don't think they will. I don't think they've got enough time to go on that system because obviously, like you could go Fredericks right wing back, Kafal, Dawson, Diop, and then Ben as your left wing back, Souček, Rice, and then you got like a front three of like Fornals, Bowen, and Antonio. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think the system tonight, when the teams come out, the system will decide which way we're going. If he goes out 4-2-3-1 and he's going all that attack, then to me he's looking at it and saying, right, I know I'm going to concede, but we need to outscore this team basically because we've got no one else. Do you know what I'm saying? If he goes 3-4-3 on the other hand, then that's a different scenario. He's looking to contain them, get to the last sort of 20 minutes, and then probably change it, bring Benny on, bring other players on to try and win the game in the last 20 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be, I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. Do you know what I mean? I think tonight we will see the real West Ham. Right, tonight. This will either be like fight or flight. West Ham will either go into their shell and just be all over for us, or they will step up each and every one of them and go, right, we're not having this. We're going to make sure we get it done over there tonight. And then hopefully tomorrow we all wake up and we're in the last four of the Europa League. And then I will, if we are in the last four, I will begin to believe that something special is happening this year. Do you know what I mean? But we've got to see tonight. Why should have signed me instead of Crow? I would have been happy to sit on the bench for £20,000 a week. Yeah. I totally agree. Biggest game since the 2006 Cup final. Totally agree. Really do. Do you know what I mean? Ivan Toney, bad attitude. I don't want him at West Ham. Did you see the video? I did, mate. But They've all got bad attitudes, all the good players. Even look at Cristiano Ronaldo smashing phones and things. But I just want decent players at West Ham, mate. For me, I want us to win something. A chance to get into the semi-final. If these boys ain't up for it, they might as well back in football, but I think they will be. Totally agree. We'd love to see Tony in a West Ham shirt. Nice Yarmolenko ice court finishing today. Yeah, Yarmolenko's another option tonight. If it ain't going right, bring Yarm on. Like he's like a man on a mission. Like his goal got us through the last round. And listen, he's been a good player for West Ham in spells. Like he hasn't been absolutely amazing. Have we really got the money back that we paid Borussia Dortmund all them years ago? Probably not. But he scored one of the most vital goals for West Ham, and that was against Chelsea during COVID when we won the game 3-2 at the LS. And for me, that goal kept us in the Premier League a couple of years ago. Do you know what I mean? I always said that if we don't beat Chelsea, we're going down. And we managed to get out of it through the skin of our teeth, basically. So Yarmolenko is a massive choice. Like if he comes on, like listen, I'm not expecting him to come on and do wonders, but he can make something happen. That's for sure. I'm normally a positive, but no Zouma, Cresswell, Ben Rama can't pass a ball. Antonio plays his way back to goal on the wing. Do you know what though? Sometimes you've got to understand that people step up in the times of these moments. You will know what players will turn up for the big occasion. And Declan Rice has played in Euro finals. Thomas Souček and Kafal have played in like semi-finals, quarterfinals of the Euros with the Czech Republic. We've got some good we've got experience there. Do you know what I mean? In our ranks, Areola's played big games for PSG and Real Madrid. So do I look at it and go, well, I don't know. Like I feel quite confident. Not maybe I'm being a bit sort of overconfident, but I'm looking at it and thinking, you know what, we can do something. We definitely can do something against this lot tonight. If we take our chances, right, and we are clinical tonight, we will get through. I believe so. Do you know what I mean? But the only thing I will say with West Ham this season, what I've seen personally, is that I've not seen us blast teams out the ground. Like last season, I see it quite regularly. Like this season, I haven't. It's always been by the odd goal, like 2-1, 1-0. Now, obviously tonight, if we win the game 1-0, we go through. But I think tonight, we're going to need more than one goal to get past this team. Like because defensively, we're weak at present. So it's going to be interesting, I must admit, and I'm nervous. Now, I could be sitting at half time and we could be 2-0 down, and I'm thinking this good night. Yeah. Or it could go the other way. We could be 2-0 up. And it could happen. It could. Like, we could come out of the traps flying because Moyes will say to him, right, he's probably using that wink from Dembele to inspire this team to say, you know what, boys, look what he was doing. Look what happened last week. We had Lyon against us. We had the ref against us. We had VAR against us. We had everyone against us last week, and we're still here. We're still fighting. And it's a 90-minute game, basically. And if we win the game in 90 minutes, we go through. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, it's going to be mad. What we got here? What channel is it on? 7 o'clock. BT Sport, mate. James, Kufal or Fredericks? Oh, it's got to be Kufal for me, mate. Even though Fredericks is fast, he can't defend. That's the only thing I will say about that. Even though Fredericks has done well recently, and he has, let's be honest, the last couple of games that he played, he's done pretty well, especially against Everton. I thought he was probably the best he's played, West Ham. But for me, I think you've got to go with Kufal. If Kufal is fit and raring to go, he has to play. Do you know what I mean? If he's not, then can you really afford to put Fredericks in a 4 at the back? I think if you go with wing backs, I think you can get away with it with Fredericks. 4, and you've got Dawson in there, and you've got a shaky defence, which it hasn't played together. Now, that'd be interesting. Do you know what I mean? What could happen tonight, which is another scenario, is that if West Ham play Issa Diop, and they play Issa Diop, Dawson, Fredericks, and Ben at left back. They play Souček and Rice. Rice could go back and sit as that third centre half and make it a three at the back. And like if Lanzini or Fornells is there, Fornells and Souček go as a pair, and it works its way round. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be fun, isn't it? Oh, I'm fucking buzzing, mate. I think we can do it. I believe we can, Jake. If I'm honest, mate, I believe we can. I don't know the score at the minute. I'll give it to you at the end, but yeah. I would hate to be a young sub on the bench. Have no chance of getting on the pitch. You never know, mate. You never know. Do you know what? How ironic would it be, yeah? And how funny would it be if West Ham have been asking for youngsters to come on the pitch, right? And tonight he just goes and chucks like Okoflex on out of nowhere, like, and just lets him loose. Do you know what I mean? And I would be buzzing for that if I see Okoflex coming on for like last 20 minutes, right? Because I do believe he's a talent. Do you know what I mean? Harry has not got a game at West Ham in the first team this season, or minutes this season. I've got no idea. No idea in the slightest. But if Okoflex enters that pitch, mate, I will be cheering that lad on, mate, all day long. All day long. I wonder how many players Lyon are missing for tonight. Yeah, it'd be interesting who we've got. Penalty shootout. I'm behind the sofa. Yeah, I don't want a penalty shootout tonight. That's one thing. But you know what? If we go to a penalty shootout, I wouldn't be against that. I really, really wouldn't. Like, we beat Manchester City on pens at the LS. Ariola's a good shot, a good penalty like stopper. He knows, like, he's decent, Areola. Now, be interested in what goalkeeper they got tonight, because if their goalkeeper is out, I don't know who their backup goalkeeper is. Now, if their backup goalkeeper's a young lad or whoever, one thing I want to see West Ham do tonight is have shots on goal. As long as they're on goal from outside the box, whatever, just to test the goalkeeper out, yeah? If it ain't Lopez in goal, obviously. Right, I want to see us do more of that. Sometimes I feel like West Ham try and walk the ball in the back of the net, and we're not that type of team. Do you know what I mean? We need to sort of be, well, instead of going down the sides, we need to go through the middle. Like, balls over the top, balls through the middle for Bowen and Antonio to run onto. I think tonight, if Antonio's going to be productive tonight, he has to have balls through the middle and over the top for him to run onto. I think if you give the ball to feet to Antonio, he's clueless. Like, his touch is terrible, and it's like whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not good. But I think if you get a ball over the top for him to chase onto, and he's got to have like a first time shot or an instinct reaction, I think Antonio is very good, and that's the difference for me. West Ham and Clearfield just don't go together. Sadly, I agree. I think we'll do penalty shootout, but I can't see it. They will be diving around all over the shop. I totally agree, Scott. That's one another thing tonight, and Scott brings it up at perfect time, is the referee tonight. We've got to play the Europa League game tonight. That's one thing we've got to do. We've got to try and buy fouls. Yeah, if someone comes into us, go over and win free kicks. Do you know what I mean? We've got to be more like the dark arts. And I know it ain't for everyone. People say, no, I want to win the game like properly. But I'm sorry, you don't win things by doing things properly. You have to be a bit sly and do things. You know what I mean? Look at them last week. Look at Dembele last week. He was very, very sly. And we could have lost that game at the LS last week. But how we got out of there with a 1-1 draw, especially scoring first, was amazing. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely first class. So tonight, we've got to be on it in regards of the referee. Right, we've got to get in the referees here and say, ref, that's a foul, like this and that, right? And when we do get them sort of opportunities, we've got to take our chances. I think set piece is going to be massive tonight. Obviously, Lyon are a very good defensive team at set pieces. That's one thing I do know about Lyon. Like, and we're very good at scoring goals from set pieces. Difference is now we've got no Zouma there, that's someone who's not aerial threat. Do you know what I mean? But do you know what? I just thought about it. It would be so funny if Issa Diop plays. Imagine if Issa Diop scores the winner tonight. Everyone, including myself, I've backed him up from time, but over the last 3 months, I've said, Issa Diop, it's time to say goodbye, sort of thing. And imagine if Issa Diop scores the winning goal tonight. If Yarmolenko can score that in the last round, get your money on Issa tonight, mate. Trust me. What we got here, let's have a look. Good news, Antonio is not injured much this season. Bad news, he's never scored. He never scores. Moyes is not. Antonio, Benny, and Yomi are more likely to score than Antonio. Antonio's been overused by David Moyes. What's their goalkeeper like? Their second choice? I've got no idea, mate. Don't think Cresswell looks rusty against Brentford. Do you think it's a risk? I thought, do you know what? I thought Cresswell was okay in the first half against Brentford. I thought he dealt with Rico Henry very well, and I was worried about that. In my opinion, I thought to myself, you know what, Rico's fast. Yeah, he's another player that I've said. Anyone who's followed me around the YouTube scene, I've always said Rico Henry at West Ham, fast left back, good delivery, decent player. He's just signed the extension at Brentford, so he ain't going anywhere. And I thought Cresswell dealt with him well in the first half. Like second half, not so good. The first half, I thought he was good. I think if you go with Fredericks, I personally will go Cresswell first, and then if Cresswell wears out, Fredericks can come in for the pace factor. I mean, if you go with Fredericks first, then Cresswell, as the game goes on, it could work, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's get down to your comments a minute. OK Effects is not eligible in this competition, I think, James. Yeah, I know, mate, but it would be nice just to see him have a game at some point. Sonny Perkins, if he comes on, I just don't think it's made for youngsters tonight. One player that and he ain't a youngster, he's going to be retiring at the end of the year, it's Mark Noble. Maybe Mark could come on in the last sort of 20 minutes and do that job. Do you know what I mean? If he has to, and shut the game down. That's why it's so important that we score a goal tonight. If we can score early, put them on the back foot. And I'm not hoping us to score under for 90 minutes. I want us to score, contain them, and then hit them on the break. We just need some pace, though. That's one thing with West Ham. West Ham in the summer can just do me one favour and go out and buy some pace up top. I'll be over the moon. It's hard to judge Lyon players. I've never heard of is injured, but he's replaced by another player I've never heard of. Yeah. The ref was okay last time. It's the Swiss one from the previous round. Troj, that referee last week was awful, mate, and you know it. Don't tell me lying. He hasn't been prosecuted by any match fixing to be improved, yeah. But I'm just going to skip down to the comments here, people. I mean, Cresswell seems to, he loves this type of game. I think it's made for Cresswell. He's got experience. He's played in Champions League. He's played, other games. And he's been absolutely top draw. Do you know what I mean? Cresswell hasn't been great this season. Last season, different level. This season, in and out of the team, injuries. But if he's fit, I think he'll relish this chance. Steve, yeah, I'm home, mate. Yeah, I'm home ever so quickly, son. You know what I mean? Early one today. Nose might be useful in the refs here. I totally agree on that. Do you know what I mean? Mark's experience will be key tonight. If we can get in front, and it's the last 15 minutes, all right, go 4-3-3. And have Declan Rice, Mark Noble, and Souček as that sort of banker three. Yeah. I think we can do some damage. I really do. Don't think he's a risk tonight. What else we got? Let's have a look. He's got a lot of stick when he was playing all season in pain. The new referee has not been prosecuted for match fixing, but he has a history of selling dodgy cars and has no MOT for a lot of money. Blimey, all these referees doing bent stuff, mate, and we can't get a proper one. But yeah, it'd be interesting. So that is all the comments that I've sort of rattled through. My final prediction is this. What am I going to go with? I'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with a prediction. I'm going to go with a couple of bets that I think will be good tonight. I feel tonight, the first thing is I'll go with the bets first. The bet for me tonight is Lanzini to get booked. Lanzini plays and starts, he gets booked tonight. Simple as that. It's the easiest bet that I could ever give anyone. He loves to tackle. He's playing midfield. I believe that if you're going to have a punt tonight, get on him to get booked. I also feel that Ben will get booked tonight. That's two bookings that I feel tonight. I think if Ben plays on the left-hand side, I think they had a winger that just terrorised him. And I think Ben could possibly get booked tonight. Now, my prediction is this. I believe that I think we can get out there with a 1-0 win. I really, really do. I think this is how it's going to go. I think West Ham are going to come there at the start and they're going to suss them out. They're going to suss out Lyon and see what's going on. I think if Easter plays at the back, my prediction changes. I think if Declan plays at the back, I think we win 1-0. I think West Ham will get to about the 60th minute, 65th minute, and if the game's still tied, I think that's when West Ham will go for it. And I'm hoping that we nick a 1-0 win. I don't see there being many goals in this game. I really don't. I don't see there being 2-1, 3-2, whatever, 2-2. I don't think it's that type of game. I think both teams will suss each other out. And in the end, I think it's going to be settled by 1 goal and 1 goal alone. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm looking at it from my West Ham hat on, so to speak. And I do believe that 1-0 is the score for me. If I wasn't doing it with a West Ham hat, I think Lyon, if they do score first, I think it's good night for Europa League for us. I'll be quite stunned tonight if West Ham go a goal down and then come back and win the game. Do you know what I mean? Have we done it this season in the Europa League away from home? I don't believe we have. I think we conceded in Genk 1-0. We got it back, we was 2-1 up, and we ended up drawing the game and whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-0 tonight. I'm going to go with 1-0. And I'm going to go with Jared Bowen to get it done tonight. I really do. I believe that he is the man that, if we're going to score tonight, he's the one who's going to do it. You know what I mean? He's on it tonight. He's been on it all season. He's been absolutely first class since he's come back from his injury. He wasn't great on Sunday, but the last 2 games before that, he's been absolutely top draw. Do you know what I mean? Against Lyon last week and against Everton. So I think Jared is the man. I watched an interview with him with Jack Mate the other day, and he looks buzzing. He looks happy. He looks like a man who's walking on water at the minute. Do you know what I mean? And we need him to do miracles tonight if we're going to get through. So yeah, I'm going to go with Jared to score tonight, and I do believe he will do that. And that is it from me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I want everyone to enjoy tonight. Whatever happens tonight, be proud, because I am proud of West Ham. Don't get me wrong. I might go on a rant from time to time, but I just want the best for this club. That's all I want. Do you know what I mean? I've had enough of seeing this team go through the mill, basically, through relegations and struggling. I want us to do something. Do you know what I'm saying? And for tonight, I just want us to be proud of basically being in the quarterfinal, but it ain't over. I want us to go to the last 4. We are massive. Gaza, James, can you do the worm? No. I just want to say that. And Jones says Diop must step up. He will. And if Issa does come in tonight, it'd be just ironic that he scores the winning goal tonight. Trust me. Or he scores a goal that gets us on our way. Do you know what I mean? Nothing would surprise me with Issa Diop. It really doesn't. Do you know what I mean? He's been awful for 85% of this year. And he goes and bangs in a goal and gets us through. But we will find. And I'll be back later on tonight to do a player ratings. Who it is with, I've got no idea. Whether it's Mitchell, Lucas, Affers, or I'm riding solo. I'll be doing it tonight, 10:30 UK time. So please do check that out then. I'm excited. I'm nervous. And I just don't let us down, West Ham, tonight. Right, we're nearly at a moment where every West Ham fan's embracing this at the minute, and tonight I do believe they're going to get the job done in France. I really, really do. Anyway, take care. All the best, and bye for now.